So let's get stock specific. Rudra, what's on your list?
For me, I'm going with one buy call and also another sell call. Manappuram looks very, very strong to me. This stock has given a clear consolidation at levels of around 160, 162 zone, which has been a very strong support, and stock is headed towards levels of 185 to 200. Available in futures, and one can definitely go long. Looking at initial target of 185 and then 200 to come. Keep a tight stop loss of 162 for this call. Another stock on the sell side which I'm picking up is M&M Finance. This stock has not at all performed. Last quarter results has been bad. Resistance at around 280, 285 zone. And I'm looking at initial targets of 250 on M&M Finance. Keeping a strict stop loss of 276. I'm recommending a short on M&M Finance.
Okay, let's get in. Kunal, your strategies?
So two buy calls. First one is about Chola Finance. That's a stock which is inching towards a breakout on the price as well as on the indicator front. So expecting very strong bullish moves over the next few trading sessions. Targets of 1225, stop loss at 1150. And Marico is the other name which has given a intraday chart breakout and inverted head and shoulder breakout for Marico. So would suggest a buy with 566 as the target, stop loss at 531.
Okay, there you have it. All your stock-specific strategies that our chartists are laying out for you. Let's move on then and take you through some of the stocks as well that will be closely monitored in trade today. We've got Anisha Jain right here with us in our studios for that. And Anisha, what a move on Iradia yesterday. And all of these power financiers on fire.
Yeah, I mean, look at REC, PFC, they're up anywhere between 2.5 times this year already. IREDA, since its listing, has seen a massive gain of around 80%. And as we were discussing earlier as well, the valuations is something which has become very expensive. PFC, REC used to trade below their, one-time book value for the longest time. This year, they saw a bit of a re-rating. They're now close to 1.3, 1.4x. But look at that surge in IREDA. As far as FY24 numbers are concerned, it's already past the 2 times price to book multiple. So quite high for that one. And in fact, what it is doing is it's re-rating the entire sector. So it's PFC and REC which are catching up to that stock rather than IREDA coming off. Just a couple of news flow on IREDA which actually panned out over the weekend. They have actually launched a retail division as well. They're targeting the PM Kusum scheme, rooftop solar and other B2C segments as well. Climate finance is also something that they're scaling up. So apart from the B2B business which is strong, they're also getting into B2C now, and that's the incremental news flow. And of course, the overall sector seems to be poised for greater growth clearly.
So Nisha, it went public, I think, sub 50 rupees?
Yes,
the
52.53 was the listing price.
Yeah, so which was at a 50% premium,
yeah.
Right? So I think it was sub 40 rupees, listing at 55 and now at 85. So between the IPO price and now, the stock actually has more than doubled. And you got to ask yourself why. And I don't have a reason for that why. Honestly, I really don't have a reason for that why. Because yes, it's a high growth business. Yes, it's a business which in a sense is going to be it's going to be really the thematic business for next several years now. But has anything changed which will justify that a company which went public, and even though the government had left money on the table, that the stock can suddenly trade in less than 1 month at a premium of 85 rupees? Sounds difficult to me. I guess more than institutional investors, I think there is a lot of HNI interest which is there in this stock. Since it's a new listing and it was a bumper listing, there are suddenly no sellers in this market. So I think yesterday's price action just is not any kind of a re-rating. Looks like there's a new buyer in the town, and that new buyer in the town has just decided to up its ante in terms of betting on this entire power financing thing. Anything above 2 times book, at least in the power finance space, I would say it's expensive. At sub 2 time books, you're getting some of the best private banks. And my point is that if you have to choose between power finance companies versus private banks at a price of sub 2 times book, I think you should go for private banks. So I think in the market, sometimes it's difficult to find why for everything, but I'm just putting some context here for a company which IPO'd less than 3 weeks ago. Issue price was less than 40 rupees.
32.
Now 32, yeah, which I remember
listed
35.
At 50. 32
yeah.
listed at 50, and we all know
it was circuit up, I think, on day 1, the maximum permissible limit in yesterday.
Yes.
So I don't have answer for and why.
But maybe the management will be able to answer it. They are joining us at 9:30. We'll ask them the question as to why and what explains this meteoric rise since the listing itself on that stock. So just stay tuned. 9:30 is the time. We'll get that management as well.
Yeah.